Welcome to Hanging with Gary. Let's do this, bogus. Welcome to Hanging with Gary. My name is Gary Hobbs. We're in Eagle Pass, Texas. Yours truly, Gary Hobbs.
Johnny D.
Johnny D is in the house. And Little D is in the house.
Yes, sir.
Another episode.
This is season 3, episode 16.
Well, there you go.
Somebody's keeping count.
Yeah. You're listening on YouTube or Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, GaryHobbs.com. Hanging with Gary, where we bring you the best in whatever. But we always start with, how was your weekend, Little D?
It was great. It was great. I had to work, put in those hours. We're there.
That's good. Well, one of us three has to work and pay these bills around here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, D. We can't divulge everything.
Not everything. Yeah,
it's just
it's G14 classified.
See, too official. It's G16. Well, My daddy could you that. Rush hour. Johnny D, how was your weekend?
It was good. Had a couple of gigs.
There you go.
And,
Azul?
Still at Azul. They're
Azul Restaurant inside Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino, right?
Yes, it'll be 2 days out of the week. It could be Thursday and Friday, or Thursday and Sunday.
Is that like a schedule, or whenever you want?
No.
You're making it sound like, well, it's gonna be.
No. It's two of us. We alternate. Carmen Ravena and I.
Big shout out, Carmen Ravena wrote a lot of our songs. Homegirl, dear friend of mine since elementary, keyboard player and songwriter. Big shout out.
Yeah, the restaurant is open 4 days of the week: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I take 2 days and she takes 2 days.
So this last weekend you did which days?
This past weekend I did Thursday and Sunday.
There you go. Well, guys, my week and my weekend, plus I was on vacation. Another cruise, and again I came back whiter and fatter. Whiter and fatter. Yes, I did. But my wife and I, great escape. We want to thank Sammy and Happy Mireles for gifting us that cruise on Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. We were on Allure of the Seas. Now, the double blessing that we got to go and stuff like that, and thank you to the Mireles family. But we also got to see the Allure of the Seas, which is a sister ship of Harmony of the Seas, which is the ship we're going to be on for our 5th annual Gary Hobbs Family and Friends Cruise on Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. Now, of course, that cruise is coming on February 11th through the 18th of 2024. And it went to the same, this cruise that we went on went to the same ports, Roatán, Honduras, Costa Maya, Mexico, and Cozumel, Mexico. So we got to kind of survey and kind of scope it out. Not just the ship, it's a beautiful ship. Beautiful ship. And did most things I've never really done. I've been on 9-10 cruises, and I never really see all the shows, But I went to go see a juggler, Scotty whatever, and I thought, how interesting could this be? Oh my God, I want to know how much money makes making those things, and then real swords going up in the air, just juggling them. Saw a bunch of shows, and so I'm telling you, came back whiter and fatter. But we had a great time. We were blessed, and got to see the ship. And once again, anybody that needs information, they can visit our website, GaryHobbsCruise.com. Once again, GaryHobbsCruise.com. And just for those that are listening, was on that cruise. Of course, we have Gary Hobbs and the usual suspects.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for those claps, Johnny. Thank you. That's enough. But of course, David Ligarza, Los Musicales, Johnny and Lil D.
Yeah.
We're going to be celebrating his birthday. So, David Ligarza, Los Musicales, Also, Stephanie Montiel.
Yeah.
Stephanie Montiel.
Awesome.
The Stephanie Montiel. And Mr. David Mares. The legend, Mr. David Mares. I'm a big fan of his.
I spoke to him last week at the casino.
There you go. There you go. Man, he can sing.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm a fan. There you go. And of course, special appearances by Gabriel Zavala and Cesar Omar and Johnny D. And of course, our entertainment is also brought to you by Tejano Loco. Ruben Peng, of course, DJ extraordinaire, but he's an entertainer and a half. And Ruben Peng has been on several of our cruises. He's just amazing. He just keeps that crowd going and going and going. And of course, the usual suspects once again. But you can visit us at GaryHobbsCruise.com for information. That's February 11th through the 18th, 2024. Well, you're listening to Hanging with Gary, Johnny Davila, Dave Villanueva, Jay-Z, Jaime Samago missing, MIA. We'll be right back. Yeah. And we're back. Johnny D, Little D. Yours truly, OG. The old Gary. Hanging with Gary. Now today, Johnny, Little D, on our Today's Tejano segment. Very interesting stuff. Okay. So, again, if people misconstrue us, that's okay, because this is our show, right?
Definitely.
They don't need to listen to anything. Bye. Okay, now they've left. Now, but sometimes, Johnny and Dave, we say things and it could sound like we're haterade, like haters, but that's not true. It's just an opinion. I think this country today, we cannot give an opinion before somebody attacks you.
Yeah.
Tejano lives matters, papa. Okay, so right now the number one Latin song in the world, is Grupo Frontera and Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, let me start off by saying two little things. I heard the song and I thought it was great. I thought it was tough, man. I liked it. Now, again, I'm not a big fan, or I've heard really music by Grupo Frontera or Bad Bunny, but who hasn't heard of Bad Bunny? And
True.
And I had kind of heard of Grupo Frontera, but that collaboration, just in a couple of days, and this is just on YouTube, but we're talking like 62 million views.
Wow! Wow!
I mean, unbelievable. Now, the thing about this is that, so they claim it's the number one Latin song in the world right now, and the next thing you see on YouTube and stuff is people accusing them, Grupo Frontera, of copying something like from Bobby Pulido or something, and then other people saying that Grupo Frontera now has been starting to cancel their shows because they're only going to do stadiums and arenas, and so much. I want to say a lot of it has to just be BS,
Mm-hmm.
but they're kind of tying into something that's really hitting, right?
Oh yeah.
Now here's my opinion. I mean, I think the song is great, but on our social media, I start seeing a lot of our artists, Tejano artists, and maybe some of them are Tejano norteño artists, and a lot of them are young artists, and the first thing they put, don't be haters. It's great song for our industry, and well, maybe as Latinos, yes, but as Tejanos, my music, our genre. I mean, nada que ver.
Yeah.
Why would you even say something like that? There's haters and in our industry. I mean, nobody. Let me on YouTube. If you just look Grupo Frontera, okay, a couple of songs de ellos. No Se Va, 336 million views. Okay. And then Fuerza Regida en Grupo Frontera, collaboration, 185 million. Karim León en Grupo Frontera. These guys are used to making collaborations, 234 million. Grupo Frontera y Grupo Marca, just in 2 months, 50 million views. Okay. Then they have I saw something else. Okay, the video YouTube, Bad Bunny y Grupo Frontera at Coachella. Did I say it right?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
219,000 views, but that's just in 2 days. Nothing compared to the YouTube video, 62 million. Okay, so Grupo Frontera by themselves are in the millions, hundreds of millions views.
Yes.
Now let me make a point. In Tejano music, our artists, because now they're mainly older gentlemen or veterans, whatever, and even the new, whoever they are, ain't nobody with 350 something million by themselves.
No.
So the hybrid sound, Tejano norteño sound, I consider a lot of bands like that. But some of these bands, Tejano norteños, they want to consider themselves norteños. Why? Because they don't want to be shut down by, Mexican radio.
Yeah, true.
Or radio regional. Okay, so they walk that fine thin line. They don't want to say they're Tejanos, but they'll take Tejano audience any day, right? And so I think there's a fine thin line there that for somebody to say that we're hating on these guys, nada que ver. I mean, I think the song is great, man. I don't understand half of what Bad Bunny says, sings. that doesn't mean that he doesn't sing or he doesn't. Does he rap or something? I mean, I'm not saying. It's just me. I mean, I'll listen to. Let me give you an example. I'll listen to Sirius XM in the car when I pick up my grandchildren, because they're teenagers, the girls, and I'll change it to that channel that hits 1, because it's today's music, right? I don't understand half of what they're saying, but I put it for them because they're in the car. I just want them. I put it low, but so they can hear it, and I get them home to their homes, right? And boop, I change the channel. I go to 70s or 80s or stuff like that on Sirius XM. But again, I don't understand. I understood like 3/4 of what Bad Bunny sang on this, ¿verdad? But I think the song is great. And now I let some of my friends hear it, that they're not aware of who Grupo Frontera is, and they know who Bad Bunny is, but they don't understand Bad Bunny either. But they heard the song and they thought it was great. So it's great for the music industry, ¿verdad? Pero nada que ver con diciendo que Tejano music crossover and that and us Tejano artists are haters on this. I don't hate on it. But on today's Tejano, we're going to play that song just so people can hear that. That's not Tejano. Now, when I heard the accusations that they had stolen something from Bobby Pulido, I didn't read all of it. I'm going to go back and read it. I probably shouldn't even mention that, but I don't know if they stole like a style or a riff or what. But there were accusations que le robaron algo a Bobby Pulido, right? But you hear the song, and then and I thought it was great. I want our listeners to hear it, and then we'll comment right after. But this is Grupo Frontera and Bad Bunny. Their new songs got 62 million views just in about 2-3 days on YouTube. 1%? Did I get it right? This is Grupo Frontera and Bad Bunny.
Me queda 1%.
1%. We'll get that right now.
Yes.
Grupo Frontera, Bad Bunny. It's a really good song, man.
Yeah.
But I can see the similarities, what they say que Bobby Pulido, chord progressions, right?
Yes.
Stuff like that. What was it? Maybe Desvelado or something like that, maybe?
It sounds like Desvelado.
You think so? Well, that's, okay. That's just our opinions, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know. But it is a great song. And again, I understood maybe half of what Bad Bunny said, but he's got a unique style, man. He does, it's his thing. I mean, I know some of my grandchildren love Bad Bunny, you know. They better love their paw too. but it's a great song. It's just, you know, Johnny, when I hear that, because you give an opinion about something, I gave it thumbs up, man. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
But if somebody doesn't agree with that, if somebody says that that's not Tejano, pues, in my opinion, it's not. It's not Tejano. Mm-hmm. What do you want to call it? Great music? Yeah, it's great music. I mean, I defend Tejano music, right? But there are various variations of Tejano music. I mean, conjunto es conjunto. You know, and I'm not even going into, you know, all these award shows. They put this mix de conjunto and Tejano and Chicano. I mean, everything together. But when it's the norteño thing, they want it to themselves.
True.
The norteños, you know, I don't know. I don't blame them. But if it was cumbias like this, there's some Tejano artists that put out really good cumbias, and a lot of it with new effects and stuff, new sounds. But I think once that audience hears that it's a guitar, whether it's acoustic or an electric guitar, but there's not a bajo sexto there, then they get butthurt. And that what gets me offended. Hey, if it's good music, play it. Why doesn't Mexican radio station play? Some of our artists do excellent music, you know.
True.
Good music without categorizing it. And I think this song, Grupo Frontera and Bad Bunny, I thought it was great music, man. Great music. But this is the first portion of our Today's Tejano segment. Now I really want to show you what I think is Tejano. Now, for our audience, because this is a Hanging with Gary audience, if you're just tuning in and listening and you're not getting the riff, well, I'm sorry, but bye. Okay. but we have a new CD out, Sin Fin, on Freddie Records, and I guess 10 days ago or something like that, we got the physical CD in our hands. And Johnny D, you did the CD graphics and stuff on it. You did a great job.
Awesome.
And congrats also on the video that came out to Quedaría, the single from our CD. And they just threw out the video, Freddie Records. It's on YouTube, Freddie Records TV, I think.
Yes.
So
thank you for the opportunity to.
Man, you did great. Big shout out to my wife Diana. Great eye too, you know, and y'all did great. And everybody that participated, of course, all the guys, and Hector Gutierrez came down in a second just to help us out, and producer Hector Gutierrez. But from that CD, we have Quedaría, a first single, and I'll play some music. We want to do your song. Now Johnny wrote 2 songs, like we say. Estoy Sufriendo, Juan F. Dávila, there you go. Estoy Sufriendo. And you also wrote Solo Mentiras. Now, we can't divulge the name of the new single coming out really soon, maybe about 3 weeks from now. And but I took the liberty of, since we're on the show, and Johnny did the CD graphics and helps us on so many things, but also did the video for us for Quedaría, which I hope, again, you can scope it out on YouTube. It's on Freddie Records TV on YouTube, the new video to Quedaría. Big shout out to all the people who supported Quedaría. But I did want to do these two songs written by Johnny D. And if it ends up being one of the singles next couple of weeks or next month, I am in big trouble with Frontera Records. But sorry to the Martinez family. But this song was written by Johnny Davila, Solo Mentiras. It goes something like this.
Una ilusión llena de amor y una traición llena de dolor. Toda mi vida yo había soñado con un gran amor entre tú y yo. Solo mentiras me diste tú, solo mentiras y un adiós, sueños perdidos por tu decisión y un gran amor que se perdió. Llegaste un día a mi vida, robaste tú mi corazón. Tú me decías que te habías enamorado de mí hasta aquel día que te marchaste. Solo mentiras me diste tú, solo mentiras y un adiós, sueños perdidos por tu decisión y un gran amor que se perdió. Un gran amor y un gran dolor.
Solo Mentiras, written by Johnny D, Johnny Davila. Gary Hobbs on the Sin Fin CD, Frontera Records. Frontera Records. Te aventaste, John.
Thank you very
I gotta
much.
admit something. When I heard that song, just in a hurry to our listeners, I heard it and you sent it to me on the phone without music and anything, and you kind of like, you do that so we're not influenced. But I heard the way you sang it, and I pretty much followed that whole melody. I'm one that changes lyrics and words and melodies but this song was something that instantly I felt it, and I thought it was a little bit different from what I sing. It's more melodic and it's legato, so puede decir. But those are musical terms, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But it's a really nice song, John. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
It's on the new CD, Gary Hobbs, Sin Fin. One thing that was by Johnny Davila, Solo Mentiras. Now, the other song that you wrote, and we recorded it, this song could have gone like our Tejano or Tejano Conjunto stuff. And when I heard it, I felt like Tres Rosas and Buscando un Amor, stuff like that. And so I should have called you and told you, hey, Johnny, what do you think?
Yeah.
But we're in the studio and Hector produces it. So we went, but the guys did a great job on it. They really did. I like it a lot. And for our listeners here on Hanging with Gary, the song written by Johnny Davila, it's on the new CD, Gary Hobbs Sin Fin on Frontera Records. This is Estoy Sufriendo.
En el alma un dolor muy fuerte que me hace pedazos pensando solo en ti, con las amenazas diciendo que hoy te marchas y no habrá manera que te pueda detener. Solo te pido otra oportunidad para enseñarte que te quiero de verdad. Nada es imposible, este sueño que anhelamos cuando tú y yo soñamos en amarnos. Estoy sufriendo por tus besos. Estoy sufriendo por tu amor. Ya no soporto el sufrimiento. Ya no soporto este dolor. Espero un momento para demostrar mi amor. Ya no habrá motivo para que te quieras marchar. En el alma un dolor muy fuerte que me hace pedazos pensando solo en ti, con las amenazas diciendo que hoy te marchas y no habrá manera que te pueda detener. Solo te pido otra oportunidad para enseñarte que te quiero de verdad. Nada es imposible, este sueño que anhelamos cuando tú y yo soñamos en amarnos. Estoy sufriendo por tus besos. Estoy sufriendo por tu amor. Ya no soporto el sufrimiento. Ya no soporto este dolor. Espero un momento para demostrar mi amor. Ya no habrá motivo para que te quieras marchar. Estoy Sufriendo, written by Johnny Davila, our very own Johnny D. It's on the Gary Hobbs Sin Fin CD on Frontera Records, available on all digital platforms and hard copies now. You can visit FronteraRecords.com. Now, two great songs. Thank you, John.
Well,
Appreciate all the confidence in us. But before we get off our today's Tejano segment, excuse me, I'm not going to let you off, both of you off that easy.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about the last two songs because those two songs are great.
Thumbs up.
And just because we don't have no 60 million views, Johnny, what do you think about Grupo Frontera and Bad Bunny? Your honest opinion. Good or bad? Because this is our show, John. Just joking.
Well, I think it's good. It's a good song. I did have that style of my band before, the one that I had before. Shout out to the guys from my old band. And it was, so that's the style that I sing. I'm used to singing that style. Though I am a Tejano lover también, ¿verdad?
Well, but that old band of yours, and do you consider that Tejano?
It was, we would call it Nortex.
Well, there you go.
Norteño Tejano. But
see, Nortex sounds, it sounds, what's the word I want to use? I'm sorry. That makes more sense to me.
yeah.
You see, but, and I hate that we've gotten to the point where now we are dissecting music, and I've said this before, like in the 70s when I was growing up, the radio back then, if it was a great song, it was getting played.
Yeah.
And country, Glenn Campbell was on, and so was Willie Nelson, but Earth, Wind and Fire, they were R&B.
Yes.
You know, stuff, and por no decir música negros, no, funk, and then you had Casey and the Sunshine Band, and they were considered more disco, no, I think,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
but if it was great music, it would get played. I wish they were doing that today, ¿verdad? Pero going back to your opinion on that, sorry.
Yeah, no, yes, I do like it. I did give it a couple of thumbs up.
There you go. What about you, Little D?
Man, can we keep it G14 classified or?
You want to keep it classified?
No. We'll go with it. So I'll give it maybe about half a thumb up.
Half a thumb. There
Yeah.
you go.
I mean, big shout out to them. They're doing big things, and the best to them, right? But it's not my cup of tea. So
There you go.
yeah.
I respect that, Little D.
Honest, yeah.
Well, the honest opinion is that this is our show, and
yeah.
but it just it blows my mind how other people want to defend other stuff, other people, but then respect. I mean, you don't have to badmouth us.
Exactly.
Nobody badmouth me personally, because this is the first time I'm giving an opinion on it. But I saw on social media some of the people hating on some Tejano artists because he didn't dig it, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I mean, no telling, like, what would have happened if, by now, if Selena had been alive, I thought Selena would have exploded, like, I mean, I thought she was going to be like the next Gloria Estefan times 10. That's what I thought, right? But I don't know if Selena would have ever gone back to recording a Tejano Ranchera. I don't. Yeah, and again, I never had the privilege to see one of her shows completely, because I was always working too, right? And when I was at an event where she was, but she was finishing the night, and she was going through her, her repertoire, the latest recordings, and they were all cumbias, and they're all great music, let me tell you a 10-second story. So we're on this cruise that we got back, and there's a Latin band there, and they're on the promenade where the main they got gift shop and stuff, but they have a Latin band playing, and there's this singer, and they go into a Selena medley, right? And I thought they did decent. I thought the keyboard player was a little bit off, right? But iba pasando una negrita y una gringa, and when I turned to see them, because they were walking, I mean, there's 6,000 guests and 2,500 employees on that shit. Okay, that's almost like saying a fourth of Eagle Pass there or something like that. But esta negrita and this gringa were passing by, and la negrita was singing the last verse of Selena's song, and I saw her like mumbling the words, like she wasn't singing it, and then right when she passed, I heard her tell la gringuita, "Oh, I love Selena music, una negrita." Mm. So going back to that, what would Selena have been recording today, right? I bet you she would have done collabs with the biggest artist out there,
with Bad Bunny.
Well, yeah. Or by now she would have already done a duet with Bruno Mars or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
I think. Pero again, so I don't knock off the collaborations. That seems to be working a lot. In our industry, I'm starting to see more collaboration with the young artists. And they seem, again, we've said this in the show, it's a little bit of unity there, but the day that it becomes a business and you have to live off of it and you have to pay the bills and you are a competition against your colleague.
Yes.
And so I think between like my age group, and I mean, I respect them, but it's a business. I just got to go out there and do my job. But if you only knew really what happens behind the scenes between the bands and the artist and what they say, and a promoter says this and this and that, and I don't see that happening between, Grupo Frontera and Bad Bunny. The big question: how did they hook up like that? How did they hook up like that? It's
I heard there was a surprise for them.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. There was a surprise for Grupo Frontera.
Well, did George Soros pay for that crap or what? Like George Soros pays for everything. No, I'm intrigued. Like, who set that up? Because that was brilliant, man. That was brilliant. It was, and my opinion, thumbs up to Grupo Frontera. I haven't heard of them, and look how big they are. On their own records and their own collabs, they're huge. But I don't listen to them. I maybe I'm narrow-minded and I just listen to Tejano with keyboards. Yes, but they're huge, man, and big thumbs up. Ain't no hating here. No. It's just whether you like it or not. But this is our Today's Tejano segment here on Hanging with Gary, Johnny Davila, David Villanueva. Just truly OG. We'll be right back. Season whatever, episode whatever, Hanging with Gary.
Yeah.
Johnny D, Little D. Yours truly, OG. Before we leave, got some things coming up, gracias a Dios. So I just did Fiesta at Gateway Bridge, San Antonio, a couple of nights ago. I want a big shout out to everybody that went out and supported us. Gary Hobbs, The Usual Suspects, Tejano Music, that's what we do. But a big shout out Henry Bruin, Judy De Leon, his wife, Rockport Enterprises, of course, they book Fiesta and always including us. Big shout out, a lot of love for them. Thank you, brother. ¿Qué le pasa, socio, coño, man? Henry Bruin. Okay. And this Friday, we are at Tejano Explosion. I know that we are with Michael Salgado for sure. And but this Friday, Tejano Explosion, San Antonio, Texas. Got some things coming up. La Feria, Texas, this Saturday night at the Silverado Saloon. It's truly Gary Hobbs, The Usual Suspects. Friday, May 5th, we are going to be in Toledo, Ohio, East Side Cantina. Yours truly, Gary Hobbs. Special guest, Yvonne y Fuego. That's Friday, May 5th. And on Saturday, May 6th, we're at Soaring Eagle Casino Resort, Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Bobby Pulido. Special guest, Gary Hobbs. It's Saturday, May 6th. And May 12th, Friday, May 12th, we are here in Eagle Pass, Texas, the Moonlight Ballroom. I think that's with Michael Salgado. I'm almost sure.
Yes.
On the 13th, we are in Monterrey for Nortex. I think number 3. And Bobby Pulido's there. Los Palominos, Albert Zamora, David Olivares, Los Reyes del Camino, Los García Brothers, Los Reyes Locos, Tejano Norteño El Show, Laura Denise y Los Brillantes, Oscar Ayala y Su Sangre Brava, and yours truly, Gary Hobbs and The Usual Suspects, sábado 13 de mayo 2023. And, I know we're going to be in Florida, right? June 9th and June 10th. And then we are Las Vegas, Nevada, July 7th and July 8th. And we'll have a lot more info on all of those things. I want y'all to hear the new CD because I know y'all have copies now.
Yes, thank you.
And next week we're going to talk about that and what's your favorite songs. You can't pick your own songs. And Little D, you can't accept Johnny Johnny's money
Yeah.
to say
it
his
was
song.
yeah, exactly.
But no, we'll talk about the new CD because now it's on physical format. The CD, Scene Fiend on Freddy Records. You're listening to Hanging with Gary on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, and GaryHobbs.com. We are in Eagle Pass, Texas. On behalf of Johnny D, Johnny Davila, Little D, David Villanueva, yours truly, OG Gary Hobbs. Want to thank you. Y'all will stay safe. God bless you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
See ya.
Welcome to Hanging with Gary.